Just with that 3-run home run, what did you see there, and kind of what was the thought process by going to Camden right there?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't exactly – I just said the same thing to the team. They didn't exactly get to half. He was throwing the ball great for us, wiggled out of a couple jams, and obviously we're going through the lineup a third time and like the matchup of Camden and, Allen, but you kind of, babied the slider in there, just to say it as is, and then rolled through the rest of the night for the most part. So you go with your gut, and sometimes it doesn't work out, and sometimes it does. It didn't on that occasion. But the kid's been outstanding for us, and he kept us in the game, a game in which we could have tied it, or, something special happens, which has happened a lot with our group. We actually win the thing.
Yeah, what did you see from Camden, and what does it say about him to be able to respond so well to that adversity?
I think, this is why recruits choose to play in the SEC. It's like last weekend at our place, this weekend it's here. This is an incredible environment, and you're playing against a bunch of players that have a chance to play in the big leagues. So to plop him down in that situation, something bad to happen right away, and then him to throw the ball like he did, basically shows you he could start, close for us, which he's done, pitch in any situation in the SEC, and we're going to need him down the stretch.
What did you see from Heflin, just those first couple of innings?
I think I was surprised. He was kind of around the zone, but wasn't in the zone at the start. Obviously, he walked the leadoff guy, but he was super composed, as he always is, and wiggled out of some jams. Like I said, I thought he threw the ball well. You could always pick things apart, but, same thing as a coach. It ain't very fun to go to bed at night wondering, well, what if we would have went to somebody else, or maybe you just leave half in and he does a thing. But, he's earned the right to continue to start for us, and if he's antsy to get back out there, his next few starts are going to be pretty important.
From your vantage point, what was making Carey so effective, and how frustrating was it y'all weren't able to get that run in the eighth?
Well, the stuff, but he's also different. I don't mean to speak for their coaching staff, but I've seen his interviews. You watch his presence on the mound. You look at his statistics. He's a different kid. So he's got the skill set, but also the mindset. And then on top of it, if you were just going to go results, we chased up a few times. He located really well. I never really saw the breaking ball as good as it was tonight on video. That doesn't mean he's not capable, and maybe I didn't see the right games. But also his off speed was, really good. Our hitters were commenting on that in the dugout.
The pinch hits there in that last inning, was that to avoid the lefty-lefty matchup?
Yeah, just left, and I don't like getting caught up too much in those numbers, but, the guy is similar to what we've seen so far the weekend. It's fastballs up in the zone, and a little bit easier to catch up for righties if it's a hittable pitch, but we chased a few more up. And then again, you saw our last out was kind of the definition of the night. We were underneath the ball a lot.
Another good night for Pete. Just what has he been able to do to kind of cement himself into that DH spot?
Just his approach every day at the park. He's a great balance of very serious about getting his work in, but also relaxed and kind of just on the spot, jovial kid to be around. And he's obviously, again, another kid who has the skill set. So he belongs in the mix for us, whether it's he be one of those guys pinch hitting in the ninth inning or starting for us. And really, we trust him at 3 different positions. It just so happens we've got really good defenders at those positions he plays.
One more, guys.
Quick turnaround tomorrow with it being a noon first pitch, just kind of what needs to happen to make sure better results tomorrow?
To continue to do what they've done. I mean, at A&M, the last 4 innings of Sunday, they excelled, and that was after a lot of games bunched into basically 24 or 30 hours. I'm watching our strength coach walk off the field. They do all that stuff with him for a reason, you're trying to make him, get him in a little better shape, and you're making him a little bit tougher, but you got to be able to last the grind of the season, and it's 30 SEC games, more than any other league in a non-COVID year. And speaking of COVID, I'm just happy we're here at number 30, and if they play the way they have all year long, then it'll be another really competitive game in a great environment, and I guess we'll see how the conversation goes with the all post game tomorrow.